رضيت بالله ربا.
Your link with Allah, absolutely important, prime. It's number one. Don't compromise that. But tonight, we're talking about charity. So I'm telling you, you want to build your akhirah, you want to build your hereafter, you want to build your paradise, learn to give, and give so much that subhanallah, Allah keeps giving you. I remember once I was sitting and discussing this matter, and one of the ulama said something that I'll never forget. He says, when you pledge a monthly amount to a certain good cause, say for example to orphans, right? I pledge 1,000 rands every month, or 500 rands, or 100 rands every month for this orphanage, for example. It's sustenance written for them, not for you. But Allah gave them through you. So Allah has to give you before it gets to them. So you will always have. You following what we're saying? I pledged it and it's going to continue. A day might come when you're struggling a little bit. How am I going to give this? Give it. Allah will give it to you. But please understand, you need to work for it. And Allah gives you the barakah because you worked for it in the name of Allah. You don't just sit back and say, right guys, did you hear what the Mufti said the other day? Give and you shall receive. I gave 70,000. Now I'm sitting at home looking at the ceiling, hoping the tornado might come and wash your whole ceiling off. May Allah not do that to us. Could happen. You say, hey, that's the angel opening up here. No way. Something grossly has gone wrong. You're lazy. You're sitting back. Go and work. If you work, Allah will give you blessing. Can I tell you? This is by far probably the most powerful statement you're going to hear this evening. Zakat is the 2.5% in most cases that you have to give of your savings, and there is a way of calculating what you need to look at, and after the year you need to give 2.5%. For who? For Allah. It means that belongs to who? To you or to Allah? To Allah. The wealth was Allah's and He gave you 97.5 and He told you, hang on, 2.5 is my change. Where is my change? You need to give it to Allah. It was never yours. If you left it in your system, He's going to take it from you by hook or crook. Through sickness, through illness, through accident, through disease, through fires, through anything. The money is going to go from you. It was never yours. He's going to take it. If you gave it with your heart, Allah says it will cleanse you. خُذْ مِنْ أَمْوَالِهِمْ صَدَقَةً تُطَهِّرُهُمْ. Take from them that charity, that zakah, which will clean them. It will cleanse them. It's our wealth. We want that back. We gave you 100 and you know we told you in advance that, hey, we're waiting for the change. Someone comes to your store, they buy worth $97.50. They give you $100 bill and you say, thanks. What? I'm waiting. But the amount is negligible. Negligible or not, it's my change. You're going to be in trouble if you don't give it to me. Okay? Same happens with Allah. In fact, وَلِلَّهِ الْمَثَلُ الْأَعْلَى. The example of Allah is far higher than that. This is why they say when we're struck with calamity and lots of money is spent or gone, first question you ask yourself, have I paid my zakat properly? I'm sorry to say it is a question you have to ask yourself. You may have. If you have, you've ticked that off. It's now something else. Sometimes it's just a test from Allah. A lot of the times if you're patient, Allah will grant you much more. It's just a test. But it's a question you need to ask. Like when you're not well, you go for a blood test to check all your markers. Not because you definitely have a certain disease, but to tick it off, to make sure it's not that. So it's a question you need to ask yourself.
رضيت بالله